just hang with my niggas, but sometimes I be trying to avoid it, cause they'll get the popping out of place like they double jointed. Goals was the top of the pyramid and they double jointed. Goals was the top of the pyramid like they double jointed. Goals was the top of the pyramid in this shitty world. I gotta get the most of everything as the axis on which it sit and twirls. Point blank period like a city girl. And then I'll bring it back to 50 world. Hey. Whoa. You made me this way, yeah. You made me this way, yeah. Before I'm going to this place, yeah. Let's put some flowers in my face, won't you? Let me know that I did okay, yeah. Don't wait till some other day, no. You let her wait till it's too late. It's too late. Yo, hey. I was nominated, never.
Yo! Nominated, never won a Grammy. I was nominated, never won a Grammy. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I told you I'll be back, and I decided to go live on this one instead of just dropping a traditional video. So, yeah, y'all see that notification on my live stream, baby. Make sure y'all show that love, you feel me? Because my YouTube fam, man, they be pouring in by the thousands, you feel me? So I'm trying to see what's good on this Facebook timeline, though. But yeah, I want to make sure before we jump off into everything, man, if y'all haven't been to my channel yet, youtube.com/TheBScott, check that link out in the description of this live stream. Make sure you check me out, man. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, smash that notification bell, baby. Show your boy some of that love, you feel me? But yeah. Let me sip this first real quick. Shout out to my alkaline water drinkers, you feel me? Trying to get a gallon a day in. But yeah, Lil Wayne sold all Young Money's artists, masters back to Universal Music, including, to name a few, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Tyga, and more, right? So I'm trying to figure out the motive right here. Besides the bag, the payday, right? This move that he pulled, right? It's kind of odd how Lil Wayne sold the entire Young Money Masters for $100 million to Universal. First of all, that's already a low ball. That's a low ball move. A lot of people argue with this back and forth, saying it's Lil Wayne's money, don't worry about it, Cool, I'm not worried about his money. I'm just saying, hey, I think he kind of got undervalued on that deal for all of these different artists, masters. I can see if it was just his masters alone, that would have been a great deal, almost too good to be true. But to include Drake's and Nicki Minaj's masters in that deal, yeah, my boy got finessed. But we're not going to focus on that. You know, $100 million in Universal prior to pleading guilty to a weapons pistol charge, possession charge, right, for a firearm. And most recently, y'all know Weezy jumped out there and publicly supported Republican candidate DT45, Donald Trump. I doubt Lil Wayne spoke to Drake and Nicki Minaj prior to this sale being finalized. I mean, I just doubt it. I would just imagine if they had a foresight in there, if he would have gave them the opportunity to say, hey, y'all want you to buy your masters back? That would have been a nice look. Like, I'm not sure if they passed on the opportunity or if they were even given the opportunity, because money is money, right? If they were to offer him a similar, equal amount for, or even more than what Universal was, then that would have been cool, because they would have had full control over what they did, over that money and the royalties and everything. But Lil Wayne said, here y'all go, Universal. Give me this bag, multiple $1 million bag, $100 million bag, and thank you. That's pretty much what that sounded like. And to me, honestly, it seems like that whole move was I don't know if I won't just use the term desperation, but it was a move to get some liquid fluid cash quickly, like not over time kind of return on investment. Like he needed that now. J.G. Wentworth with it. That's what it seems like. That's what it smells like right now. Like he went J.G. Wentworth. He wasn't waiting to continue to feed generations of his family with the royalties and the license opportunities from it. Now he got the bag up front, you know. And obviously, it's too late now that all of their early hits are now property of UMG. Like all those hits that got them to this level, like they can't really monetize it anymore. So seems like no more royalties for those hits. I'm not sure if that's the specifics in it, but it seems like no more royalties for those hits. No more licensing opportunities for any of the original artists. And publishing is big for artists to, like I say, secure a financial future for multiple generations, not just yourself. Because when you leave, you can pass those on to your, you know what I'm saying? You can pass those over to your people. And that's just one angle you can take with that income stream, right? But, you know, publishing is big, like I say, especially when the work gets licensed in movies, television, commercials, ads. Those artists now must create completely new archives to even establish another body of work to continue that process all over again, to have that profitable body of work to continue to last and last and last. Like they gotta restart that hill again. So no matter if that process takes another decade or not, it took a decade for some of those artists in the first place to be valued at that point. So you got to imagine for them to start that process over, it could take that amount of time, you never know, or longer to rebuild that same amount of value in that size of a catalog. You feel me? So just if we just say we're going to pull dollars out of the conversation and we're going to just put in opportunity and leveraging, right? So let's say you go from having masters, right? Owning everything that you created up to that point and being able to sell it to however many movies that are going to be made that may use that, to however many commercials, whether it be for clothing, like Old Navy, Sprite commercials, athletic commercials, urban commercials, whatever, anything. All those opportunities are now gone for the artists. Those opportunities are going to align directly with Universal Music Group now. So they're going to be sending their grandkids' kids to college off of songs that someone else created. Well, at that time, it'd be 20, 30 years ago, right? Maybe even 40 years ago. So work that was done decades ago continues to pay out as if it was a current commodity. That's what is no longer available, right? So think about that. Think about an opportunity where cash is going to constantly flow in as opposed to one big payout that's going to have a majority of that go to the government and the other one's going to fall prey to inflation depending on the moves that are being made. So let's say if he got that 100 mil and immediately he invested into real estate or property, he'd be able to bypass a lot of those taxes, right? I mean, up front, right? He wouldn't have to pay, because I think 50 Cent did a similar move when he sold the house he had bought from, this is real estate though, so I don't know how those rules are. When he sold the house he bought from Evander Holyfield, instead of having to pay taxes on that money, he took that money and funneled it back into more property and more businesses, and he was able to avoid taxes. So if Lil Wayne does that with his money, if he positions at 100 million, then of course, then that move won't completely seem like, oh wow, he got finessed. As far as Drake and Nicki Minaj, is it. They're going to have to go off of what they have currently from now on forward to bring in those royalties and those licenses agreements, right? So, I mean, that's what you get when you're a big company, when you're a big corporation. You can buy up opportunities that will pay up for lifetimes for a large sum, right? A lot of us can't really do that. But if you see the move that Universal made, you can see how much money they're going to make over the next 20 to 25 years. That 100 million, if it's not invested right by Lil Wayne, won't even be around then. Facts. Because it'll get eaten up. Half of it will go to the government. The other will go from inflation, from the moves that our politicians make, right? So the value of the dollar will definitely won't completely be in his control. So what would y'all do? I got a question just from this part of the conversation. What would you do in a similar situation? Would you have sold? I honestly think that this was bigger than just a financial thing for Lil Wayne. I think it was for him to fulfill certain agreements that relate to his legal troubles, right? I'm thinking that liquid money he's going to be using on trying to obtain as much freedom from this situation as possible, whether it be direct court fees, lawyer fees, plea deals, or whatever. I think that's what that's behind. Honestly, for you to build all that up, which could continually grow to the end of time and feed generations, for you to give that up for a large lump sum, a one-time lump sum, for you to JG Wentworth it, it's got to be legal stuff behind it. That's the only way. I think it's legal people behind this whole possession charges that are leaning on them like, man, if you don't deal with this in a certain way, if you don't like take control of this, like by me saying take control, like if you don't find the best of the best of the best, it's fair time, man. 10 years, bro. Who knows how much money you could make in the free world if you were free for 10 years? What kind of apps you could create? What kind of clothing lines you could launch? What kind of partnerships and licensing deals you can sign off in that 10-year span? How many artists you can break in a new label deal? You feel me? Yes, sir, Wentworth. Dun, 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 we want that bread now kind of deal. You feel me? Like, you never know. That 10 years he could be gone. Could be hundreds of different deals and opportunities. So, y'all let me know. Did Wayne get the upper hand on this move? Or did he get finessed? How do y'all feel about Drake and Nicki Minaj probably not really having any insight or any input on this decision? Money that could be feeding, Nicki just gave birth. You feel me? Like, man. What really made this stand out to me, man, is when somebody said, it's going to be people at Universal Music Group that had nothing to do with this that are going to have their kids going to college off of this deal. Think about that. Yeah, man. That's just reality of hitting, right? So a lot of folks going to be like, man, leave Lil Wayne alone. That's his money. He made $100 million. He's smart. Yeah. I'm not saying anything. I'm not judging. I'm not saying anything. I'm just putting the facts out there and let you compare and contrast the opportunities that come with the decisions that were made, right? But I'll say my opinion, and I'm not casting this on nobody else, my opinion is he got finessed. And the reason I believe he got finessed is from legal reasons. Not from just making crash dummy moves. I think somebody was like, man, if you don't take care of this now, you gone. You done already did time for the first one and you slid out of there, and you went through a lot of stress behind that. You can see it. You can see it. The dreads look like predator tentacles. You feel me? The dreads look like can't breathe. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all know, I'm not gonna keep roasting that boy, but you know what I'm saying? The dreads will let you know what's really going on behind the scenes. Like my boy looked like he's stressing on something. Like he done already broke up with the BBW he was with over this whole Trump issue. Now this, man, my boy, he must need that 100 mil for something, man. If it ain't stress, it's legal issues, fam. It's legal issues, big dog. That's why, man. That's why that boy took the bread. And I don't know, man. Hopefully the relationship between him and Nicki and Drake hasn't been infected by this. Maybe he gonna do something for him for this whole thing. Who knows? Maybe he might slide him some bread, or maybe he might offer them some features for free, or maybe they got something going on, some tour things going on. But who knows, man? All I gotta say is don't forget to swing by the channel in the description of this live stream and hit that notification bell, that subscribe button, and that like button for your boy, man. Cause yeah, I'm hitting you with facts, man. I'm hitting you with something that slaps. So let's go, man. Let's get back into it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta give Drake his gold roses for this, man. By the way, this is me on the ones and twos too.
She got a thing for Chanel vintage that dropped before she could speak English. Do you love me or love seeking attention? I mean, which one is it? You keep calling me English. Do you love me or love seeking attention? I mean, which one is it? You keep calling me English.
Hey. No cap though. Honestly, that big of a move, and Drake and Nicki Minaj don't have some sort of incentive involved, or they're not mentioned in the sale, something got to be going left, bro. My boy Kirk, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like if you were in that position, $100 million getting made off work you did 10 years ago, nah, man, I'm gonna need something. Bro. You can't slide off with that, like, without us speaking. And even when we speak, like, I got lawyers with me. I'm not finna be sitting there just off my own intelligence alone, because I'm gonna be real with you. These record companies got probably dozens of lawyers that have already triple-checked the whole contract, the whole sale. They've analyzed it back and forth, reverse engineered the whole business line. I guarantee. So me just assuming that these guys have at least a fraction of that legal representation on their end, I would just think. I'm on them tracks. I need to be getting my royalties. Like, there's other folks out there that they may want to protect their generations to come. They may not even see a penny from that huge payout. Like, if I'm Drake or somebody, Nicki, like, I'm looking at Wayne like, dog, what the dog? Like, we're gonna have to square this away. We're gonna have to make sure this is done properly. Like, you can't just be out here making decisions that, you know, including property. I don't know, but think about this though. Now you make me think about it. If Drake and Nicki had already completely signed off their masters to Young Money though, that's a different conversation. I'm gonna hit brakes. That's a different conversation. If their contracts, when they first did the deal with Young Money, already signed away their masters, and they didn't leave a clause to leave an opening, a door open to say we want to buy them back later, then Wayne is in the clear. I'm gonna be real with you. If up front that was spoken about and put in ink, then them shits is gone. And there can't nothing Drake and Nicki do about it. They can't even get mad. All they can do is learn a lesson from it. Like, I don't know, man. Like, if it's in the contract up front, ain't nothing they can do. Ain't nothing they can say. Like, but honestly, you bringing up that point is a big situation, a big talking point for a lot of our entertainers, young and up and coming, man. Like, if you're in a position and you about to sign away the likeness of your name and your rights to the creations you make, as far as like music and digital streams nowadays, if you make that decision up front, just know this is potentially what can happen to your artistry. Like, you can put in the 16, 20-hour days to get these projects done, and you know what I'm saying, and it can get shipped out, and it could be somebody in the suburbs living off your work, sending their kids to college off your work. They ain't even do nothing. They don't even know what the business look like. You know what I mean? So just think about it like that. These up and coming artists, if anybody of y'all run across this live stream somehow, just think about it like that. That $100 million, man, don't get me wrong. $100 million is slid in front of you in a briefcase and they pop it open. You telling me everything you've learned and you've studied about business, if you're by yourself and you ain't got your lawyer with you telling me that $100 million is going to stay in that briefcase and not walk out with you? Let me know. Let me know. We can all preach about discipline and making the right moves, but man, I made a lot of financial mistakes in my past, and for somebody to show me an amount of money that will clear everything I've done, debt-wise, provide me a fresh start, multiple opportunities in that $100 million to, you know, branch off and do whatever, I can't judge you. Because I can't lie. I been and snatched the briefcase and ran at the position I'm in now. Wayne's position, you know, from all these legal battles and having to wait for payouts and all this, could have been like a position where it's like, hey, man, I got bills. I got child support. I need money to create more money. Who knows, man? Like, but I'll tell you this, when you sell your rights and your likelihood and your likeness up front, and you pop, and you get hot, if you don't leave an opportunity to restructure your deal somewhere in that contract, man, you just better not spend. You better not ever spend too much money of that advance, because it ain't coming back. You can make one mistake and mess around and not sell enough to break even, and it's just like you're in debt out of nowhere. So, whoo, man, y'all got me preaching tonight, man. Y'all got me preaching today over this topic, man. I wasn't even supposed to go this long. I'm about to cut this thing short because it's going to be hard to upload. It's going to take forever to upload on YouTube, man. So I appreciate y'all hanging in there with me, man. And I appreciate my boy Kirk, man, for the commentary, man. He wasn't scared. He wasn't hesitant. He went in there and let boys know what it is. So y'all do the same, man. Let me get back to this music, man. More content.
Like, come out of the dark. You really are my type. It's not a facade. One of the reasons why I write, we got a synopsis. I'm always at the top of barbershop gossip. After further thought, I'm always at the
Bring
top
back
of
King,
barbershop gossip. After further thought, better not knock 'em. Allocate some dollars to go out shopping. Bitch, we on the world, it's time to stop talking.